I've just learnt something. I love it when I learn something. How are you going, CC?
Awesome, Robin. Awesome day, nice and cool.
It's actually not so hot, is it?
It's a mental thing. You think it's cool?
Yeah,
it'll be cool.
It'll be cool. You've just taught me something, and I'm really excited about that because it's not every day. I mean, we say, look, you need to learn something new every day, but I genuinely just learned something then, and I'd like you to tell me about it. What did you just teach me?
I actually just told Robin that, see, this is the Rosella from the hibiscus family, that we are so used to working with the fruit and making all sorts of stuff with it, not knowing that this beautiful plant here and its leaves are just as good as the actual fruit. So you can actually make salad. You can actually add it in your salad. It's quite tart, not as tart as the calyx, but it's also full of vitamin C. We have customers that are of Indian heritage, and they actually will make chutney out of the leaves. So all you gotta do, a bit of oil in the pan, garlic, a bit of ginger, your Rosella leaves, and toss a bit of green chilies on it, and apparently it's just wonderful. So you can just put a bit of vinegar on it if you like, and voila, you've got a meal. So I'm gonna give it a bit of a taste. You too, Robin. I think you should try this as well.
I wonder if we can find someone else. There's no one quite with us yet, but there's people coming.
It's just good. So you can do this on your green.
It's amazing.
It's green salad, isn't it?
It is.
And I reckon another thing that you could do as well is that if you boil this and you drink the actual juice out of it, it will probably good for stomach ache, like if you get a stomach bug, because it's full of vitamin C. So Rosellas, it never ceases to amaze you about Rosellas. There's always things to find about Rosellas.
And I guess that's the thing with so many plants, and we're so lucky here because we have such an abundance of food that we lose sight of how to use the whole plant, don't we, sometimes? And
even people like the Rosella itself, a bit of an education. This is actually a fruit, and most people will call this as a flower. Well, the actual flower is this. See?
There's the flower there.
And then that will bloom, of course, and then
that just looks like a hibiscus because that's what it is.
That's right. And then it will drop off. And then this one here will grow into this lovely fruit. And then when you open this up like that, see, that's your seed.
There's the seed.
And that's the calyx. That's why it's called the fruit. Now, you just don't have to use this for jam. You can actually boil this and make tea out of it. As you yourself do. You dry them. And then you have a supply of hibiscus tea all year round.
All year round.
The good thing about the Rosella or the hibiscus tea, that in winter, in people that lives in the cold country, the actual hibiscus tea will provide you warmth because it will warm you. And the hot summer days, like today,
it's very cooling.
It's very cooling, so you just have to boil a whole heap of it, cool it, put it in the fridge, chill, plenty ice, and then you've got your Rosella drink full of vitamin C, and it actually energizes you. By the way, Kai, you can put this in your salad too. It's quite nice. You do that all the time, don't you?
I do, and look, the colour of it in a green salad, it's quite spectacular.
That's right.
And there is something else that I do with the leaves, and maybe I'll bring them down next week, and that is a little art activity. So I get a piece of calico or some natural fabric, cotton, and put the leaf down flat onto it like that, fold the fabric over, and then bash the daylights out of it.
Wow.
And all of that beautiful green and red colouring comes out into the fabric. I'll bring it down.
Isn't that amazing? That's good. That's why Rosella, what's not to love about Rosella?
Well, and then my cat, I was telling you about my cat.
I can't wait for the video.
I'm going to share the video with you.
That's right. So you wait for Robin's cat. She's amazing.
She's amazing. And all of your amazing and beautiful Rosella products here.
Also, a new product, Rosella, sugar-free Rosella jam.
Wow.
So, if you are diabetic or you want to cut down sugar, perfect. Enjoy it.
And some sauces and cordials and salt. And glazes, the balsamic glaze. It's really quite, your range is amazing. And actually, let's come over here, CC, and tell me what else you have, because there's some fresh things over the back here at your stall too, aren't there?
Well, you know, we are the other side of Peterson's farm because we farm all our stuff. At the moment, we only got left a few tomatoes.
Yep.
Now our tomatoes are pretty much result of dry farming. We've run out of water, so they pretty much have to just fend on their own.
Yes.
So they are just so sweet,
Yes.
pretty much like lollies. So they are grape-shaped tomatoes, and people just love them because you can just have them in a salad. We've got a few varieties of chilies. So we've got some Thai bird's eye chilies, small but will kick up a punch. And then we've got some Sri Lankan bird's eye. They are just beautiful and full of
Are
flavor.
they a bit sweeter than the...
They're probably less hot, but they've got a really nice taste.
Okay.
You know, not too of that. And then you got some mild ones, which are your Kaisan chilies.
Yeah.
Green chilies. So if you want to make a chutney out of your rosella leaves, you can use some of the green chilies as well. And yeah, so a few varieties of jalapenos. And this is a few little
And that's
jalapenos.
I'm always really interested in thinking about chilies because there's so many. I mean, the varieties of chili is incredible, isn't it?
That's right. That's why I have a lot of variety of my sweet chili sauces, because I don't like wasting anything.
Yeah.
So what I do is I make chili sauces of all different kinds, from jalapenos to habaneros to bird's eye. So why waste? And I've actually got one of the third hardest chili in the world, which is the ghost chili, and I make a sauce called Explosion. It's absolutely gorgeous because it will just keep building up in your mouth for half an hour.
Yeah. I've had chilies like that. It's been an experience, that's for sure. I guess what happens for some of us is that we kind of think of chilies and just being hot, but there's a lot of subtleties in their flavour variations.
That's right.
And perhaps if people are really interested to know that, they could come and see you.
Yes.
And really talk about those subtleties. And if they're cooking a particular dish, maybe you could tell them which chili, because you've got a few varieties.
We
here.
do.
Which chili would be the best for which dishes? Because
That's
you're a chef as well. You cook all of your own produce here.
Yeah, that's right.
So you've got that experience
Yeah.
of cooking and growing.
Well, the good thing as well about chilies, as you know, is that it's actually good for circulation.
Yeah.
As long as you don't overdo it. I know a lot of people, it's about the challenge of who's going to eat the hottest.
Yeah, but it's not that.
It's not that. Chili is supposed to enhance the flavor of your food, not to actually overtake.
Yes.
So that's what chili is about. In everything that you eat, it's going to enhance it. So, and chilies, you know, especially in the, you know, from India and Asia, it's probably one of the most used produce.
Yeah.
Even people from Europe, especially from England, they just love their chilies because they have such influence from the Middle Eastern as well.
Yeah,
So,
fantastic. Thanks, Cece. As always, it's such an informative time to chat with you. I think I learn something every time I see you. It's
thank
brilliant.
you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.